Um, Welcome to boot camp. I think most have done my boot camp before, but if not, feel free to always modify movements, do anything you'd like. If you want to jump, you jump. If you want to keep things low impact, you keep things low impact. Take water breaks at any time. We do have timings with rest built in, but you don't have to wait until rest in order to take your break, okay? Let's march and warm ourselves up. If you happen to just do a 3-mile jog and you came back in, you're already warm, yes, you can skip this part. But if you aren't sort of slightly sweating by the time we start the strength exercises, then definitely want to do a warm up. Today's timing is I consider a little more challenging. We're going to do exercise A and B, as I've done frequently. A lower body exercise, an upper body exercise, or an upper body exercise, followed by a lower body exercise, or abs, somewhere in there. But we're going to do 45 seconds of work, followed by 45 seconds of work of the second exercise. So 2 different muscle groups. All right, let's march it wide. 2 different muscle groups. So hopefully while your legs are tired, your upper body gets to work. And then we repeat exercise A, 30 seconds, 30 seconds. So break has not happened yet. And then we do exercise A and B back to back for 15 seconds, 15 seconds. So 15 seconds is really like this last little bit of kicker. It's like, why are we even bothering doing it so short? But it's because we just want to sort of build the intensity. Let's squat. Build the intensity as the timing goes down. Oftentimes, as we do a 45-second round, we think, wow, it's really long. I'm going to just sort of pace myself. But when you know it's 15 seconds, the end is near. The long break of 1 minute is near. You push yourself a little more. This is high intensity interval training. So the intensity is about the heart rate really getting high. And we do that in intervals. So in our squats, we're warming up our glutes, our hips, our knees. We do a lot of squats in this class. Hopefully you don't hate them. Try to keep that chest up, abdominals braced. From the side view, the butt goes back and down. You keep your eye gaze straight ahead. So right now we're just kind of getting the blood flowing through our body a little faster. Heart rate slowly creeping up there. Not to interval, not to the high intensity rate, but definitely increase from your sitting down position. Let's lunge. So not that, I don't know if anyone's wearing like Fitbits or heart rate monitors, but the average resting heart rate is 60 to 80 beats per minute. So if you've been sitting for a while, or you just got up out of bed, hopefully your heart rate's somewhere between 60 and 80. That's what we consider a healthy resting heart rate range. Give me 2 more here, and let's switch. Sorry, let me talk about lunges for a minute. Feet are hip distance apart, knees and toes tracking in line with each other. And we want to keep our chest up, spine in neutral as we lower that back knee. Good. As you bend the back knee, the front knee will bend as well. Great for stretching the hip muscles. So usually when you are warming up, your heart rate will climb to anywhere between 80 to 100, sometimes up to 120. So everyone's a little different in terms of heart rate. Good. All right, we're gonna go down to the mat. Raising those abs for a plank. This should generate some heat in your core, which are muscles that are around your pelvis and spine. Continue taking breaths, inhale and exhale. So about 30 seconds, we're gonna hold this here. And then when you do interval training, so if you went for like a jog, sort of a steady state jog, your heart rate probably goes up to anywhere from 120 to 150. All right, I think that's 30 seconds. So we're just gonna do a couple push-ups. So here are all the push-up options you can do in class. First, you want your hands wider than shoulder distance. So I got my hands really near the edges of my mat. Lift on your toes, you lower the chest to about elbow height. All right, you're in a plank position. You can drop to your knees. You're still maintaining mostly a plank position. And then the final version is pulling your knees underneath your hips and doing what we call a kneeling push-up. So when you are doing kneeling push-ups, your elbows and arms are still bending the same way that you would whether you're on your knees or on your toes. The goal of doing push-ups is to try to get that elbow bent to 90 degrees so we can feel that work in the chest and arms. All right, so I gave you all this heart rate information, so it doesn't really mean anything unless you have a heart monitor that tells you that your heart rate has spiked up to maybe anywhere from like 160 to like 180 or 190 beats per minute, okay? But you don't necessarily need a heart rate to tell you that. When your heart is pounding out of your chest and you find it difficult to breathe, that's what we want to do. That's what we're getting to. All right, we're going to do the first round. Exercise 1 is a cardio movement. So just in case we need to warm up a little bit more, I didn't do a strength movement right away. So cardio is 3, 2, 1. You bring your foot down and do a little hop, or you can do non-stop speed skater. So lateral movement, swinging the arms. If you've ever seen speed skaters. So if you go 3, 3, 2, 1, jump. 3, 2, 1, jump. I'm not putting my foot down, but you may. Okay? All right. And then the second exercise is 1.5 push-ups. So you go down, you do a pulse, and then you go all the way up. So it's like a push-up that you really don't like to do because we hang out down low a little longer. So this is the first 45 seconds. All right, so we're gonna do speed skating for 45 seconds. Here we go. You can do nonstop, like this. Like I said, you can jump as laterally as you want to. All right, you can do 3, 2, 1, and then jump. 3, 2, 1, and jump. If you're not jumping, then I would just go nonstop. And if you don't want to jump as frequently, guess what? You can do 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and jump. You can make this workout however you like. Make it work for you. Well, you can hear my heart is already, my heart rate's going up, which is why my breath. Whew. All right, push-ups. So 1.5 means you go down for your half and come all the way up. Down for the half and all the way up. So we're not just going down, up, down, up. All right, which of course you may do that. So if you want to take out the pulse at the bottom and go down, up for push-ups, the traditional push-ups, go for it. Just adding an element of challenge and giving you a variety of push-ups. Stare at the floor. Don't look at your toes when you do push-ups. You don't want your head dropped. All right, that beat means there's 3 seconds left. Now we're doing 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Heart rate should be getting high. Our heart rate lowers a little bit when we're doing push-ups. Which is why we should be ready to go get our heart rate up again for this spike. I can't even count how many I'm doing. It's always an odd number, so you can switch leads. 30 seconds of push-ups. So when we do speed skater, it's odd number. So we are switching which leg we jump on. All right, let's up the intensity here if you can. Doing only 30 seconds. The more tired we get, the shorter the time intervals. So your breath and heart, your lungs and heart, they make up your cardiovascular system. Which is why, as your heart rate goes up, your breathing is also affected. Oh, wait, oh my gosh. We have 15 seconds. That's not a break. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I just stood there. And now 15 seconds of this. 15 boogers. Oh man, I was lame, sorry. Last 15 seconds. Push, push, push. We get a whole minute of break after this. Ugh. After all my talk about we don't have a break until after 45, 45, 30, 30, 15, 15, I like stood there like an idiot forgetting about that. Okay, how are we feeling? Yeah, so that was about, if you want to add it up, 45 plus 45, 30 plus 30, it's 93 minutes of work. 3 minutes of nonstop work, but alternating between two body parts. So a chair pose, squat, and a circular push-up. All right, this is a chair pose, right? From yoga, our arms are up. And the main difference here is we're gonna swing our arms down as we propel ourselves up. And if you aren't jumping, this is it. Okay, and then the circular squat, the circular push-up, I'm gonna just show you from this view, is don't go too low, don't go too crazy, but you kind of circle like this. And then you go the other way. So you kind of lean a little bit to one side, then to the other. Okay, you don't have to make an extreme circle. All right, don't go too extreme because I don't want you to stress out your shoulder too much, but it definitely creates a challenge. Your hands are still wide. All right. Chair pose squats. I'll just do it kind of at an angle here. I throw my hands down and I propel myself up like I'm a rocket, gonna shoot up. This might not be the traditional way you move your arms as you do a jump squat, but that's part of the challenge and part of the difference. That you swing your arms down as you propel yourself up. Soft landing, right into that squat. 10 more seconds. Heart rate definitely getting up there. And I'm feeling a lot of burning in my muscles in the legs. Okay, circular push-up. I'm gonna show this on my knees here. Going to one side, back to center, and then the other. Back to center. All right, I'm just giving you variations. If you want to do traditional push-ups, you can do any push-up variation you want. Okay, any push-up. This is me doing it on my knees. Knees versus kneeling. There's a difference between knee push-ups and kneeling push-ups. Got a little stretch to the shoulders. Okay. Right back into it. 30 seconds. Shorter interval. Hopefully your heart rate came down a little bit while you were doing those push-ups. Since we're doing all body weight exercises, you'll see a lot of squats, lunges, and push-ups. Oh, that felt short. Let's see if I can do one of these on my toes. Oof. Feet wide. If you're on your toes, I recommend setting your feet apart. Just for a little extra stability as you go side to side. Ooh. Definitely pretty challenging. All right, right back into it. We break after this, after 30 more seconds. 2 rounds of 15 seconds of work. Drop into your heels, drop that butt back. All right, last 15 seconds here. Push, push, push. Try to keep moving for 5 more seconds. All right, 3 long beats. Oh my goodness. Okay. Drink of water. Let the heart rate come back down so you can start anew. Okay. This one's a tough one. Everything's tough. When is it not tough? So we're facing one direction for the lunge. I'm going to do a jump here. The no jump version is you straighten the legs and you come back down. And then I pivot. I'm doing also a pivot jump. So basically as I come up in the air, I'm flipping my legs and doing another jump. So if you're not jumping, you can step into a pivot. I don't know how twisty your feet can be, but if you're on hardwood floor, you can probably pivot on your foot, on your toes without jumping. It's a little tricky on a yoga mat. So you go jump, pivot, jump, pivot, jump, turn. It's a 180-degree turn. Okay? Then we have the explosive surfer. This is a burpee variation. So this is your surfboard. You go down on your surfboard all the way down, and then you want to really explosively push yourself up. That's why it's called explosive. And then you want to jump with one leg in front, one leg back, because this is your surfboard. You don't want to jump off your surfboard, all right? And then you put your hands back down. If you want to do a push-up instead of laying your whole body down, you can. Feet back, you can do a push-up, and then jump. You want to propel your butt upwards so you can get your feet underneath you in a rotated split stance, okay? And if you want to do burpee, push-ups, or anything else, feel free to do it. Just giving you options. All right, we're doing our lunge first. Doesn't matter which side you start. Starting 3, 2, 1. Lunge, turn, jump, and turn. That way you're switching the lead leg. Land, jump, twist, jump, twist, jump. If you're getting really dizzy doing this, you can stay on one side and jump straight up multiple times before the turn. So you can do this twice here, like this, before turning, twice. Okay? Make it work for you. I don't want anyone to get dizzy. And hopefully you aren't, because we're constantly turning different ways. I'm turning right, and then I'm turning left. All right? Okay, explosive. You can go all the way down to your surfboard. Come up. Hang ten. Woo! Or a push-up. We just did 2 rounds of push-ups, so you might not want to do more push-ups. Drive the motion by drawing your abs up and in. Get your feet. Use your abs and hip flexors to pull your feet underneath you. All right? I look like I'm about to do like MMA fighting or something. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. Okay. Back to the first exercise, which I don't know why I can't think of what it is. Oh, the lunge. Sorry. I had a brain fart. Good thing I write everything down. I can read it. I don't know how I forget. My short-term memory is declining. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast. Explosive surfer. I stand up, hands down. Stand up, hands down. Good, not too much of a jump here, right? You put your feet down, lift up, one leg from the floor. 15 seconds. This is it, final 30 seconds of work. 15 of each. Burn those legs out for 15 seconds. You can do it, 3 seconds.
I realized I think I'm favoring one side because I kept doing explosive surfer facing the other direction. Oh, I only have time for two. Only time for two explosive surfers. That's okay. I'm not sad. Okay, I'm gonna grab some water here. Okay, moving on. So we have squat with a heel click. So here's your squat, nice and wide. And when you jump high enough to click your heels together. Pop, pop. The non-jumping version, I wouldn't kick yourself. If you want to touch your heel, you can and sit that your foot's on the floor. So what I would do is do an imaginary heel click, right? Because if you do a heel click, you gotta get your feet off the floor, heel click down, heel click down. So bring your heel to the center, but stay loaded in the legs, right? Try not to stand up out of it. And that's how you'll really burn those leg muscles out. Okay, and then we have our, geez, I just looked at this. What's wrong with my brain? Oh, okay. Tricep push-ups. Tricep push-ups you can do kneeling. Tricep push-ups are really challenging. You bend your elbows, but you want to keep it tight. All right, not out tight. Here, and then a hand behind the head. Tricep push-up, hand behind the head. All right, if you're doing it kneeling version, knee version, not kneeling, knee. Same thing. It's such a quick tap that by the time you think you're gonna lose your balance and fall, you put your hand back down. And then same thing on your toes. It's super quick, but I would take your feet apart. Can you see that my feet are wide apart? You do your tricep push-up, quick hand behind the head. And you got your feet wide for triceps. Now, if you want to do wide, go for it. One of the reasons I picked tricep push-ups for this hand behind the head is that your hands are closer together, so you feel a little more stable when one hand goes behind the head. If your hands are really wide, like in the traditional push-up, as you put the hand back, since your hands are wide, a lot of times you're going to shift over. All right, so it just kind of changes the dynamic of the plank. So try out the tricep push-ups with your hands close underneath your shoulders and see how that works. Elbows tight. And of course, if you want to switch to traditional push-ups, hands wide, go for it. Okay, squat heel clicks in 5 seconds. Use your arms. However you want to use your arms. Get high enough off the ground and click your heels together and then take them back out. All right, the intention is that we're in a wide squat. So we don't want to be here and click like this, right? We want to go wide. Wide landing, soft landing, controlled. Heart rate goes up here. Heart rate will go down during the tricep push-ups. Nicely done. I'm slowing down. I can feel it. 3. All right, triceps. All right, so here, wrists underneath the shoulders. Whether you're kneeling, knees or toes, get those wrists underneath the shoulders. Quick tap by the ear, back of the head, pop, pop. It's quick. Head floor. Tricep push-up. Head floor. Breathe. Inhale, exhale. This is the hardest round. It's the longest round, 45 seconds. And then it gets easier. It gets shorter. Okay, heel clicks. Right into it, 30 seconds. Take a break if you need. Join in when you're ready. All right? If you're totally winded, that's okay. That means you're pushing yourself. You're finding challenge. That's good. I'd rather you get winded than not during this class. Getting winded doesn't mean you're out of shape. It means you're pushing yourself. You're creating that challenge. By the way, Those 3 beats, when you hear it, you shouldn't stop like what I did. You should basically keep going until you hear the long beat. The 3 short beat just tells you the transition is coming up. Try to work until the long beat. Don't look at your knees, don't look at the stomach. Keep your head and neck aligned just fine. One more for the long beat. All right, there's the long beat. 15 seconds. Push, push, push. It's short, it's short, it's short. Go, 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 non-stop. So quick, so quick, so quick. If you're doing it on your toes, feet are wide. Helps prevent rotation in the plank. Okay, just in time to do 4. All right. The nice thing about boot camp and timing is you don't have to really count repetitions. You just have to move, get your heart rate up, get a little breathless. All right, really don't have to worry about too much stuff. All right, we're entering round 5. Whew. We're halfway done. It is 6:30. What time did we start? Oh, at 6? Oh, we're more than halfway done. Isn't that great news? Isn't that great news when I mess up and say we're halfway done, but we're actually more than halfway done? Okay. We have another cardio. Now, after this minute, we're doing upper body first, then lower body. So changing it up, okay? So we're doing a push-up. So whether you're on your toes or knees, see how my hands are like underneath my shoulders and my arms are vertical? Without moving any part of your body, you're gonna walk your hands forward. One hand width, right? This is like hand width. Forward and back, and then do a push-up. Forward, forward, back, back, push-up. The challenge is about maintaining this plank while your arms have reached forward. This is a challenging position. Don't lift your butt up. There's a huge desire to want to lift your butt up, but you're not going to. Really maintain that plank. All right, we have cardio here instead of squats or lunges. It's going to be a jack with a kick. Jack, kick. Non-impact jack, out, in, kick. Same leg. Out, in, kick. Out, in, kick. Out, in, kick. Or jack, kick, kick. Okay? You can also add arms. Let me think. Can I coordinate this? Jack, kick, kick. Okay. All right. Had to think about it there. Okay. Let's start with our hand walk push-up. So start in your position. Good. Out, out, back, back, push-up. If you're on your knees, forward, forward, return, return, push-up. You like doing tricep push-ups? Keep your hands close, shoulder distance apart, and then do your tricep push-up. Or go wide, 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 and chest focus push-up. You don't always have to start with the same arm. Take turn which arm goes forward and back. So the tough part is maintaining the body position as the arms reach forward. Okay, try not to lift the butt. Go into the long beat. All right, let's do our jumping jacks. Jack and kick, jack and kick. You're going as fast as you can. On the balls of your feet. Cardio focus, not so much about strength. Obviously, you do use your leg muscles a little bit, but it's really about the heart. It's about fast movements, fast quickness, speed, agility, quickness. We call that SAQ. S-A-Q. Go until the long beat. I'm telling myself that because I keep cheating. One more. One more. Okay. Actually, I just don't want to do push-ups. That's why. All right, here we go. Out, out. In. If you don't want to do any more push-ups, just keep walking your hands out, and in. That alone is a great core workout. Really great for that transverse abdominis while you're in that plank position. Woo, that's it, 30 seconds. I'm there. 30 seconds. We can do this. Some of you love strength, some of you love cardio. So do a little bit of both. Do some stuff that you like, some stuff that you might not like as much, but it's all good for you. Only 15 seconds. Only 15 seconds. I forgot we started with upper body. I was like, wait, aren't we done? Forgot I switched it up. We're done after this. Jeez. There goes my short-term memory again. Okay. Okay. Drinking your water or juice or Gatorade or whatever you like to drink on a Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Oh yeah, we're gonna do abs. All right, so I don't really need to show the bicycle, but I wanna give you an option of bicycle. Here's the traditional bicycle. You can have your feet touching the ground, reach it out. A variation of that is to be on your tailbone, like this. Okay, it's a little more challenging because your back is off the ground and your feet are off the ground. I guess you can technically put your feet on the ground too, like this. Okay, and then, so that's ab focus, which means we're starting the round with our heart rate down. Yeah, it's a little different, but part of the reason is psychological. When you end with something more challenging versus something easier, right? Then it's like, oh, I gotta push through to the finish. So reverse lunge and rotate. When you step the leg back for that reverse lunge, it's kind of like Charlie's Angels. All right, we're not shooting anyone, but you want your fist in front because it helps drive the rotation. As you step the leg back, you rotate away from it. In other words, you rotate towards the front leg. This is not a chop. Chop is high to low, which if you want to do, you can. This is a lateral movement. Lateral. Now, one thing I want to caution on is that you're not rotating so much that it causes your knees or anything funky to go on with your knees. You can do your squats and you have range of motion to rotate in your rib cage that does not disturb your pelvis and your lunge. All right, so don't rotate so much it affects your knees. All right, for safety. So if in doubt, just rotate maybe 30 degrees. All right, max 45. Okay, start on your butt, please. On your butt or down here, we're doing bicycle. One other variation you can do is have your hands here. So when your arms are in front, you're still rotating, but it's a little more challenging when it's behind the head. So lots of options here. Working hip flexors and obliques. Twist, twist, run, run, ride your bike. You're always kind of leaning back. You're not vertical. It's really hard to be vertical when your leg drops around. So you should feel this pretty intently in your abs. Okay, what did I say we're doing? Oh my God, I can't believe this. Oh, I am so awful. Ugh. Why can I not remember anything? 45 to the corners. Corner, corner. It's challenging your coordination. and working in dimensions that you're not used to working, right? Normally just walk straight. So I would call that sort of a 2D thing. And now we're adding a third dimension, which is lateral. I don't even know if that's accurate, what I just said. The point is that if we kept it straight like this, it's so much easier. But we add the rotation. So we got obliques in both sections. Okay? Obliques here, rotating. And then we stand up and do more rotation. Again, feel free to get those arms forward if you're on your butt, or you can be on your back like this. And if you want to switch halfway through, that's okay too. Get ready. I'm just going to do it from the side here. So you can see me stepping back, that nice long stride, right? Long stride, and then turn. Try to keep both arms straight. If you're starting to bend your elbows, most likely you're just moving your arms more and not actually rotating the body. You want to rotate that upper part of your torso, your rib cage. Okay? Keep your arms straight and pull it across. Pull it across. Down. Final 15 seconds. Breathe. We didn't have any jumps in this round, but it's still challenging. Still very challenging. Lots of full range dynamic movements. Also, if you're really tight, you're going to feel a really huge hip flexor stretch. You're going to feel a huge stretch as you step back. How many more exercises am I going to forget today? Another burpee. All right, the burpee is going to be the one thing that gets our heart rate up. So the second exercise, let me just show you, is a squat to curtsy. Squat to curtsy. This kind of looks like the speed skater, but there's that middle squat. Squat to curtsy. Toes turned out. Toes continue being turned out. Notice my knees and toes are just always out to the corners of the room. That's the second exercise. Burpees, any way you like. Come down. Do you want to do a push-up? Do it. If you don't do it. Because we're going into a star. You can lift your leg for the star or keep your foot down. All right? Whether you want to walk or jump back in, we stand up. You can walk or jump back. Go into the other star. Leg lift. Leg lift optional. All right? Oh, one more thing. You can come to your knees, do your push-up, come into your side plank on your knees. All right? Lots of options here. If you're really concerned about symmetry, see, I'm not too concerned because it's like you might do one more on one side than the other. It's not a big deal if it's just one more. But if you're really concerned about it, you can do a push-up or go into your burpee, do side plank this side plank this side, and then finish up your burpee. Okay? What's the second exercise? Wide squat to curtsy. Burpees first in 7, in 5. Brace those abs before you get back into that plank. If you're doing a push-up, don't forget it's a plank. If you want to do 2 push-ups, you can do a push-up, do your side plank, do another push-up, and then come back up. Make it your own. Find your challenge. You're here for a reason. To feel really good after the workout. Oh no, I forgot what I'm doing. Squat to curtsy. Oh jeez, I remembered it before I read it. Oh, it's only 2 exercises I have to remember. Your heart rate should be up from burpees. All right? So just kind of working the muscles in a slow, steady pace. Get that heart rate down a little bit. Muscles are burning. If you want to add a jump to this, you can. You can jump here, and then curtsy, and then jump again. When I have a low impact exercise, you can always make it high impact. If I have a high impact exercise, you can always make it a low impact, non-jumping. Burpees. If you want to skip the side plank, you can. Remember, these are all just burpee variations. Squat. Curtsy. Squat. There's a turnout, external rotation at the hip. Try to stay low. Keep your muscles loaded, but keep your chest up. The wide stance allows you to keep your chest up. 15 seconds of burpees. Let's push through. Seconds. I think I did 1.5 burpees. Don't worry about not going all the way through. I know some of these burpee combinations are kind of long because it's really multiple exercises squeezed into one. The goal is to keep it moving. All right, you did so well. We're going to stretch. Well done. Catch your breath. Grab one last drink of water. I never know exactly. Even with my best math and me timing the rounds, I don't always calculate correctly. So I just glance at the clock, and it's about that time to stretch since it is 6:42. Good, nice big arm circles. Take it the other way. Your heart rate's probably still up a little bit. It should be slowly coming back down. By the time we're done with our stretch, your heart rate should be back down to about warm-up level, which is around anywhere from 100 to 120. Heart rate is important to know. It does paint a picture of your fitness level. So if you have a high resting heart rate, it generally means, not always, but generally means that you're not in as good shape as someone who has a lower resting heart rate. And I'm not telling you this information so you can go out and judge yourself, but if you are ever wondering, am I more fit? You know, the thing to do isn't necessarily to go on a scale and weigh yourself. That is not the best picture of whether someone's healthy or not. But you can measure your resting heart rate. And if it's gone down, you know, that's a measurable piece of information, right? That talks to you about how healthy your heart muscle is, how well it pumps blood, gets it through your system. A really healthy and strong heart is more efficient at pumping, so it doesn't have to pump as much to get the blood flowing, hence the lower heart rate. All right, hamstrings and calves. The human body is fascinating. And I want you to always appreciate what your body can do. Especially boot camp. Probably one of the hardest classes ever. It never gets easier. Once you master the burpee, you just do a harder version of the burpee. You just go a little faster. You always get winded. You always get tired. Stretching those hamstrings. Good, stretch that chest. You can either reach the arms directly behind you. We did a lot of push-ups today. You can find a wall, put a hand on it, and then turn away from the wall. So just kind of bracing your hand against that wall. You can also do it against the shelf. This one's a little high. Good. Stretch the other side. Okay, we do some obliques. So let's just stretch sideways. So we're not just working our muscles here, our skeletal muscles, as we call it. We're also working our heart muscle. Our lungs are not a muscle, really, but it is controlled by the diaphragm, which is a muscle. But basically, it's all about how well do you utilize oxygen. All right, I hope you enjoyed the biology lecture today. Just kidding. Hopefully you learned something about your body. And thanks so much for joining me. Hope you enjoyed it and did not hate it. How do I unmute you? Oh, you can unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Thanks
you.
all. Thanks, friends.